Alright, guys, so it appears the market doesn't care about earnings anymore. The earnings have been okay, not very good, but the market just chose to rip higher and higher. So, together, we will talk about a day before non farm payroll, what we can expect, and also some of the stocks we've been talking about. How have they performed? Are we holding them? Are we selling them? Let's find out together right now. Of course, on your SPY, this is a very strong close. Okay, we found support way above the previous low and closed out very nicely. Largely contributed by Nvidia, in my opinion. And look at the volume; it's just very nice. At this stage, it does look like the market is going higher from here. Now, let's take a look at futures because we obviously know Amazon was dropping after hours. Now, yeah, I mean, hourly, we had gotten our higher highs and, of course, higher lows. And the lows just, you know, it was like such a dip on the first wave. Smaller dip, and the third wave, there wasn't any dip for you to see anymore. Look at this. This is pretty nice. If we can get down to this level, I'm sure, look at this. This area here is your liquidity zone. So if the market can get down to that area, it's going to trigger a lot of buy as long as the selling on the volume is decreasing towards that area. A lot of buy will be triggered, and then maybe moments before non-farm payroll and the number comes out. If it's really good, we rip. Okay, that would be a very ideal scenario for the market. We don't want it to just go up and up and up. That's not very healthy. So yeah, we are yet to take out this level. I'm not sure why VIX was getting some buying towards the end of the session. No reason to because SPY was ripping, everyone was ripping. Yeah, but again, in order for me to really consider max loan in the market, we will have to take out this level and found some resistance. Then yeah, it would be a pretty good zone. So I was looking at a lot of names near the close because I was looking at this setup. Obviously, huge buying, not just Tesla, also some other names we have already talked about. They had pretty much the same setup towards the end of the session. So on 2 hours, we are closing the way we like the best, right? Higher highs and higher lows. You found some buying towards the end. You close out long leg doji, very good volume, right? Sellers are getting out of the trade, and then very nice close, right? I'm not going over to other time frame just because look at this. We had this just a couple of days ago, and sure enough, it ripped as a result. This time, the same thing happening again. But yeah, this red line can still serve as resistance. Of course, we want to see how the price reacts to that zone when we get there. If number paper is really good, we can potentially even gap up and just opening above that zone. That's a possibility as well, right? That is your Tesla. So I was looking at many stocks at that very moment, and I can tell you for sure these are the ones that are getting bought. One of them includes Nvidia. That was their 2 hours. Look at this. It closed out green, right? And sure enough, we just bought even higher from there. So these are telling you that okay, monster closed on Nvidia. 130 is coming, guys. Maybe today, who knows? So yeah, definitely one of the stronger names out of all the S&P stocks I was looking at. Of course, LRCX also very sweet. Higher highs and higher lows. Of course, very nice close, right? And this was one of them. I mean, the volume is a little higher just because we actually found a lot of buying, right? That actually closed out green. And maybe not as strong as Nvidia, but this is perfect. Okay, this is a perfect setup, right? You didn't act here, that's okay. You didn't act, but this is your ultimate signal, right? Gap down the next day, obviously, you can enter here, you can enter at open the next day, however you like, but this is your ultimate signal that, okay, this thing is ready to go higher. And we, of course, talked about at B just slowly but surely climbing up on its way to make another new all-time high. And we notify this trade on this day, okay? And it has been very nice. Just on 4 hours, yeah, sellers are, you know, are just not very present. And you could have entered here or here. Right now, it doesn't look as good as what it was before, just because we didn't find any buyers at the end. I guess for FB bulls, they really do care about non-farm payrolls number. I don't know why they're not buying here, but this is a place where you probably would consider taking some profit off the table. Of course, Oracle, we notified this trade way earlier. We also talked about this in our previous video that the low has been holding, and more likely than not, we will be taking out the high, and we did it today, right? 4 hours, this is as good as it gets. And if you want to see 2 hours, obviously it didn't have the kind of love that Nvidia and other semi names were getting. Um, but this is definitely not any cause for concern because this is a little overextended, in my opinion, just as this one. This was opening gap down way below the green area and all the major moving averages. So when it's extended, whether to the upside or the downside, we will attract buyers or sellers. In this case, we got some buyers. In this case, we got some sellers. But look at this, the buying was huge, the selling was slow. This thing is still very healthy, in my opinion. If we can get it down here to test this red blue line, this orange line, and we found some reaction and some support, and then the selling starts to just go away. That's your ultimate signal to bring this stock higher to um, maybe even closing the gap before the earnings. So looking very nice to me. And of course, we've been talking about Snowflake. Snowflake is looking maybe not as good as yeah, daily absolutely smashing it, right? We have been consolidated a little bit in this zone, right? After taking out that high. So strong buying back, not a lot of selling. This is still higher lows being formed here. Okay, you want to look at the 4 hours. Very nice, very nice. 2 hours, yeah, can be better. This is what I mean by you look at those Tesla, Nvidia, LRCX. It was getting a huge bump just right near the close, but Snowflake didn't get it. So I do see this consolidation stay on for a little while unless non-farm payroll really comes out and volatility is back in the market and it goes either way, very large move, then yeah, this consolidation would just be validated and that move can continue on for another while. And of course, we saw Uber holding very nicely, obviously higher lows being formed. I do see this name going higher after the report. It was a good report, right? I don't know why there's these wide areas. But taking out this zone, have another retest, will set up the stock going higher, maybe towards $80 a share. Okay. Lows have been forming higher highs, right? It's slowly, but you either own shares or you buy leaps on this name, right? Don't go like option contract expiring in the next 5 days. Expect this to have a little bit of consolidation, especially after breaking out. We can consolidate for a little bit before we move higher. Okay, so that is your update for today. Once again, this is not any financial advice. If you're trading on your own risk, please make sure you do whatever feels comfortable and always be controlling your risk. Very, very important. Now, with that being said, non-farm payroll coming out, very exciting, a little concerning. we will see what to do. And please don't act right on the announcement. Always give you some time for the price action to develop before you make a move. Okay, and I'll check back with you again after Friday close. Until then, happy trading. Bye for now.